Hey guys, I'm back in our market update part 2, going over the popular specialty sets and also joining together. Um, and honestly, between this video and my booster box video, the market is definitely looking very, very strong now. It's not like everything is just shooting up all at once, but there's definitely very, very strong signs. It's very helpful to have all the a lot of historical data, and also price comparisons between products. So let's start with Prismatic. Um, yeah, I think what happened. Okay, I'll just give you an overview. So recently, the Prismatic two-pack blisters came out, and usually when packs are just packs in general for Prismatic are introduced into the market, prices will go down a little bit, at least for like kind of packs, because literally there's more packs, and there's definitely a ton of people call them scalpers, whatever. Like they get the product at like close to MSRP, and they just sell a bunch of it, and the people who are buying the packs otherwise, like they suddenly have a new way of cheap packs because they get like better prices, like especially if you want offload everything. A lot of people are buying credit also, so it's like, hey, I want to just get my money back immediately so I can buy the next batch. So there's just always going to be basic economics. You increase supply, prices go down. So before we were seeing pack prices around like the 1350s. That could have been also a counting error on my end because for packs themselves, I didn't always look at the images to see if there was any of these sort of listings where it says like, hey, minimum pack order, and that's why they're images. But I'm starting to track that now. But even with that, um, I think I ignored this one over here because there's only 4 packs, and this is the more like serious buyer, but sellers, but it's like 1275. So it's kind of recovering to 1275. If I look at the price per pack before this, historically, we were seeing that like a lot of the 3 pack things were cheaper than the loose packs, and that didn't really make sense. And yeah, we're seeing that that's definitely changing. I told you guys before that the 3 pack things that people kind of open for packs and they don't really care for as collector items, they're going to increase in price. And yeah, the only thing that's still kind of cheap is a Sylveon tech, and I don't even know how many of them are there. I don't know if I still have it open, but yeah, I told you guys that like just yesterday the poster collection, like that's too cheap at $12. It's probably gonna get bought, and yeah, it's at 12.33 right now. The poster collection, uh, that's probably it. Yeah, see like the yesterday 25 were bought, and then like even for a 3 pack thing, the demand hasn't been too bad because some of the 3 pack things can get really really low demand. Like there's not that many sales of some of the tech stickers, but as long as the prices go up, people like don't have any opportunities to buy any packs that are cheaper. um yeah, the poster collections are still pretty cheap compared to loose packs, so I expect like they're just, but the difference is kind of less. Like before it was like a whole dollar less, now it's like some cents, and that's a little more normal. um or let's see what else. As far as price increases, yeah, the tin displays was one of the more significant ones, and I've been talking about the tin displays like for ever since it came out. I was like, it's too undervalued. If you just like surprise boxes are its own category. The prize box price depends heavily on how the promo is valued, and that can kind of like that's a little iffy, and that can kind of like depend on the market, and that's a little more volatile. But the tin displays were a clear undervalued thing because they were literally like about the same price or cheaper than the loose pack price, and that makes zero sense. Like, to get the whole tin display, they're gonna be more scarce items as whole displays. Like people were selling the mini tins as either displays or individual tins, and so this is a definitely big collector's item. Everyone's harping on this item because it's kind of perfect for EVs because you get a variety of mini tins. You get a variety of EV evolutions. So it's kind of like one of the perfect items for that. And yeah, the price has gone up. I think it went down to two, like around 207, but it never really dropped past that. Um, Now it's at like 1437 a pack, which honestly it's still a little cheap, but it's not as bad as before. Before it was like 50 cents more than a pack or a dollar more than a pack. That's like ridiculous. Um, but yeah, you just have to compare it to other items. Like what is it comparable? Like booster bundles are pretty overpriced right now at 15 something a pack because like you can literally get like $12 packs. So like booster bundles don't have any promotional item or anything. They're good for long term investments, um, because they're easy to store and people like opening them. But other than that, like they don't like you see the 151 booster bundles. 151 booster bundles are the cheapest item or one of the cheapest items price per pack because people just buy them for packs. Um, And you also see with 151 that the accessory items like you see it with Prismatic too. Like if I go ETBs, like the ETB sleeves are selling for like $15. Like this is just the stuff inside without the packs. Prismatic's a little more insane, but in this bull market, these accessory items are selling for a lot and they add to the value of the item itself. Booster bundles have no such thing, except for maybe the box, the cardboard box itself. But yeah, tin displays are doing quite well. Um, demand is still okay. It's selling like 10 a day. It kind of dropped, but still it's still a good fraction of the market. It's like a little less than 10%. Um, you still get kind of consistent sales, and yeah, well, I just want to look at how many people are selling for this price. 230, 231, 235. Like you see, it goes like 240 very quickly. So yeah, I think that this thing is definitely going to go up. Like, there's not an infinite supply of these. Um, and like because like it's just the fact that like, you don't always get them sealed. That's one of the big things. Surprise boxes, they always come as at least that surprise box. You're not selling by the case, but like it's kind of like in Pokemon, cases are more rare. Like a booster box case is more rare than a booster box, but like not everyone buys a case. But a tin display in itself, it's sort of like a case because you can open a tin display and still have more sealed product. Versus like most other sealed products, you don't open it and get more sealed products. Um, because if you get more sealed product by opening a product, then you can sell the sealed product, and that's what stores do. If that made any sense. Okay, I'm getting a little long-winded here. PCTBs. There's actually one listing for PCTBs which is very low right now. Because I looked at this, I was like, wait, is that right? And it's actually like a good highly rated seller. So there's a PCTP discount if anyone wants it. Like that's like $20 below market price. So I buy it in a risk. I don't really do research on the sellers really. Um, but yeah, that's quite cheap. There's only one of them, so I just was like, okay, that's not gonna last there very long. So I just put the normal price, which is yeah, the next price is more the normal price. PCTBs, in that case, they just go up by a few dollars in that sense. Um, the binders are doing quite well. Binders have gone back to are about $80 now. Wow. Um, and demand is still kind of like not bad. Um, 20, 33. There was like you're just selling at least like 20 to 40 a day. Um, and there's only 250 on the market. You see the binders are selling for $17. Um, and like I think the 151 binder is selling for 40. So there's definitely like a binder hype going on. Um, I've told you guys this in past videos. Watch out for these specialty sort of collector items, like what items are worth being collectibles, because the price per pack is going to startly diverge. It's going to start to diverge for these things, especially it makes sense because like they have a item you can sell for more money. But like at some point, like I'm not gonna go through all the numbers of which day it was. But the price per packs were very similar. But now we're starting to see a divergence, which is exactly what happened to 151. Um, like the binder is $15 a pack versus the loose pack price is more like $13 a pack. Like this is it's like a $3 difference right here, and that's what you didn't see before. Um, surprise boxes have always had that because they have that EV promo. Um, tin displays like they should be getting there at some point. Um, they don't necessarily have like an extra item except for the tin, but yeah, the value discrepancy is like too low. PCTBs always make sense because of the promo. Poster collections. Yeah, if we're gonna eventually get a resupply of Prismatic, but yeah, these poster accessories and these text stickers are actually like fetching like a decent price. So anything else I want to say on Prismatic? Umbreon 10 has gone down a little bit, and Sylveon 10 is about the same. Um, I don't really want to talk too much. I think the EVs for the two pack blisters. I've been curious how that would do. Um, I guess that's the demand on Umbreon. It's kind of going down a little bit. With the two pack blisters, they do have like EVs being listed, so it seems like it's selling for about like six to $7. Kind of makes sense if you do the math. Like the loose packs are worth like what, like 12 $13, so that's like 24 to $26 at an EV. Like it's about the same price as the sealed blister. Um, all right. I'm sure like a lot of Ripper shippers are probably opening the prismatic things because they're probably buying them, and then they're just trying to sell the promos or get rid of the promos somehow. Um, okay, so next is 151. Actually, I'm gonna go over some strange joining together thing. Um, joining together. So like I've been telling you guys to buy PCTBs from eBay. Well, at least don't buy for TCG Player. I don't know. I don't like scour the whole market, see what's the cheapest price for things. But TCG Player versus eBay, it's just ridiculous. Like, you can easily get like PCTBs around 150, maybe 170. You see a bunch of listings here. That these are sold listings, and then on Pokemon Center, on TCG Player, there's barely been any listed. And the thing is, like, I just saw like I might make a separate video on this just as like a drama sort of thing. But like, yeah, like there's been no sales. There's been any listings. And someone bought 16, and like someone bought all 16, and like it seems like it's probably like I don't know, some market. Like, why would you do that? um, yeah, I feel like it's just something to manipulate the TCG player data because it's not really people aren't really using this. I feel like to buy ETBs at all, and if people see like this big spike, people might start FOMOing, actually buy these other ones. Um, but yeah, it's just it like imagine you could get this easily for $150, and you're paying 350 for this. Like that's literally over double. Um, the other things they haven't really increased in price that much. Trade together is like 196, sounds like 200. 200's kind of been standard price. Demand is kind of actually increasing. You see, like the bars ever since the 17th are going a little higher. So it's like, let's see, a highest was like, it's like 80, 90 at these lower bars, and this is like 110 to 120, and yesterday was 140. So yeah, like I haven't really talked that much about Journey Together recently because there hasn't been any price changes. But we're reaching about 1 month before. This is usually when things start to spike up in price, or at least in the next few weeks. Um, so yeah, look out for that. But yeah, demand is starting to pick up because people are starting like I for Journey Together. Like I just like if I see like MSRP deal, like I'll try to get it. I barely that was like almost zero by the way, but that's kind of how it is. Like people say like you just kind of buy MSRP if you can, and think about it later. But yeah, it's always gonna go up. Like if you try to buy around release time, except for like random drops at like big box stores, like you're not gonna. It's always gonna be more expensive for the most part. Um, yeah, ETB demand is still like going up. Um, and then booster bundles has been actually going down. I feel like. Okay, so 151. Let's look at the pricing. Okay, I feel like this video is getting long. So, uh, booster bundles went up like $1. ETBs went up like $2. Alakazam box went up um went down by $2. Zapdos boxes went up by about $3. There's something interesting about that. Binders went down about $5. Blooming Waters went up about $12, but I feel like that's normally volatile to be honest, because it was at about that price before. Poster collections went to a new high of like $42. So price per pack, it's basically as I told you guys before, bundles, packs, and Blooming Waters are basically the same thing to everyone. Um, versus the accessory items are creating like some sort of value for these other collection boxes. Um, but yeah, let's see. We're seeing strong demand. Like, there's actually people buy more bundles. 151 UPCs, it's about the same. Packs are starting to look a little worrisome because there's a lot like low demand, like less than 50 packs, and there's like 11,000 on the market, and then it starts to pick up again. There's 97 sold, um, and I think I didn't count this one because there's only one person. But yeah, 1171, 1172, and then yeah, it's around 1172. But you're seeing like pack price kind of go up still, or like pack demand still go up. Um, wanted to it's like what I'm sort of saying is like 151 and Prismatic have similarities, but they're not the same like at all. Like 151 is still a much older set, and as far as like reprints go, like Prismatic is much more likely to crash in the future than 151. 151 just timeline wise, unless Pokemon just decides to like really overprint 151 for like past its like 2 year window, even like past 3 years, like it's probably not going to um the reprints are probably not going to outlast the bull market. Like the bull market, people think it's gonna happen for like at least one more year, but usually more realistically, like 1 to 3 years. Um, and 151 should be out of rotation by then. And I heard that's happened with like Hidden Face before. Hidden Face was very popular, but like the reprints happened during the bull market, and it just the price never dropped below a certain price at that point. Versus, I think it's more likely for Prismatic, and I think because of that, like a lot of the other items are going up because they're more collectible. Like they're not gonna print any more like UPCs and things like that. Some people like they probably are long term. I mean, they probably are in general. But there's not gonna be that many available, and I can kind of see that when I look at just the accessory items. Like the binders are going for like 40. The binders are kind of it's kind of like the first sort of item, so that happens if you're the first of your sort of item, you tend to have a premium. But yeah, the binders are going. There's just insane binder and playmat. Um, the binders in general have been going like demand has finally like dried up a little bit. Like there's so much consistent like you see like it was at like 117 here. There's so much consistent sales. Now it's kind of like dwindled. The Zapdos boxes have actually been interesting because there was like a lot bought yesterday at like 10. And there's not that like Alex M has like 100 something, there's 71. Um, but yeah, after this 54 price, it could easily go to I saw like 57 over here. Um, and this is like a 0% seller, this is 0% seller, so it's basically $57. Um, and we're seeing the poster collection, which is one of those, I told you like the 3 pack blisters, the 3 pack things for Prismatic don't sell very well, but this is like a new high at about $42. Um, and you see the accessory items are selling for like about $8 to $10. Um, so yeah, like even things like this, like a lot of people were able to get these at Dollar General end of last year, but we're starting to see like more value being put in these. Um, and Blue Waters, like it matches the loose pack price, so it's not like the strongest stage in the world, but like I just see signs of like I know that 151 is way different than Prismatic, and honestly, like if you had to hold it long term, like I'd be like if I had Prismatic on 151, I know Prismatic is gonna go up, until the reprint. But as far as like safe, like if I couldn't sell for like a year, I would probably want to hold on to my 151 more than the Prismatic because the 151 is like gonna be more scarce. All right, next, maybe we'll see more data actually supporting that. Crown Zenith, it's the main thing is the booster bundles. I noticed this yesterday, but the price of booster bundles went up from like 54 to 56. Now they're at 60. It's like a new all time high, I think. Um, and yeah, the demand has been going up, like has been like okay, but yeah, I guess there's just supplies running out or something, or people are finally settling. I said that before, like people are seeing the strength of Crown Zenith so much that like I think they're willing to get in on it now at these like more investable sort of things, ETBs and bundles, and like they're just seeing the strength, like it's not going down. So even though it's more expensive price per pack, they're like, no, I want to hold on to bundles long term because more realistically, it's easier to hold on to bundles than than like seeing skies. And loose packs aren't generally valued as much. But as far as like other things like demands, like packs are still selling okay. Sea and Sky is still selling more. Like you see, like there's been more Sea and Sky sold because it's just kind of cheaper, about the same price. The scalpers, or whatever, have increased their prices enough to be competitive with Sea and Sky. So you just seen the man kind of go down for loose packs, but the man go up for Sea and Sky. But as I said before, like Blooming Waters and loose packs and bundles are basically the same thing. Um, in this case, Sea and Sky and packs are about the same thing, and that's a lot because Pokemon like reprinted so much Sea and Sky and they also sold it as so cheap. Versus Blooming Waters isn't like as available, so like bundles have been the more available thing. So there is that like difference in just like how Pokemon did things with both sets. And then the ETBs, yeah, nothing really too crazy or dramatic. They're about the same. I think that's about everything. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks, guys. Bye.